Hi guys, we're going to do a quick update on our 100 years of Pontiac 85 Fiero monogram / Revell build that we got going on. Just kind of show you where we're at and talk about a few things coming up on it. We have our interior basically done. I'll probably do a little more detailing to it. We went to two-tone gray, which was kind of stockish type colors in the Fieros for the interiors, or basically almost all the GM cars in that time frame were basically a lot of two-tone gray or just an all gray, all dark gray or black. So we went with the two-tone gray. I kind of like that for what we've got going. I think that's going to be a good option. And I'm just kind of sick of doing black interiors right now, so that was part of it too. So we got that. We did make our inner seat belt buckle there for him. I don't know if I'll do the outer strap one because you can't really see it once it's put in there. We'll see. I may do it. I don't know. We might cut some, just make some styrene strip to glue in there to represent that in there. We'll see. But anyway, I got that done. We did use the kit decals for all the instruments, and then we put some UV resin over the top of those to give them the glass look. And yeah, I'm real happy with the way that turned out. Up next, we've got our chassis. We got our front suspension on. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Got a rear suspension and cradle engine all in there and mounted. And we have our engine. We did wire it. I drilled out the kit distributor and added some leftover wire ends from some of the other Morgan distributors I used. I always hang on to those trimmings because you never know when they're going to work for something like this. So we got those in there. But let's talk about this right here. Now, in the instructions, we'll start right here. The first thing to do is have you put the cross member in. Then they have you build your spindles and struts next. And then they have you put on your rack and pinion, and then finally have you put on the sway bar. Okay, so the issue is these are in the wrong order, and the part number on these two are reversed, but it's not hard to figure out because and actually on the sprue, this one is part number 18. Let's see, 18. That one part 18, and this part is 28. Not a big deal. They're right next to each other on the sprue. You can figure it out. The big issue is that this is basically backwards the way you want to do it. You want to put in the sway bar, step 14. You want to do that one first. You can do it this way, the way they have it. It's just going to be a pain in the butt because you got to start threading things under. And then second, you want to do step 13. Put your rack and pinion in, your steering bar. And then third, you want to put your K-member in, or cross member. Okay, it kind of looks like a K-member, backwards K-member, so that's why I didn't keep calling it a K-member. But it's not a Dodge, so you want to put this in after you've got the sway bar and the steering rack and pinion steering bar in, and then you can do this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll say you can do it in this order, but you're going to have to keep feeding parts under other parts, and yeah, it's just a pain in the butt. If you do it this way, basically doing it backwards, then you're gonna have a better time building it. Because we look at on the assembly here, we have the, I found myself in the camera viewfinder. Our sway bar is underneath the steering bar, rack and pinion, however you want to look at it, and that is under the K member or cross member there, and then your struts and spindles go on the outside. So if you do it with the sway bar, the steering, the cross member, and then the spindles in that order, it's going to go together a whole lot easier. You're going to have a better time. While we're still standing here holding this, I did pick out the gas tank, which was a plastic on that, and I put it in a black gray just to differentiate the color a little bit. And then I used a little bit darker gray for the air conditioner and radiator lines that run to the front, because that's where the cooling is all in the front, because the engine's it's a mid-engine. And then we also, I don't think be able to see it after the suspension is put in. I don't think you can. The blades of the electric fan are in there, represented, and I painted those as well. So we got those, got that. We have, crank it up. I'll have to lean back a little bit too. Okay. We have the silver base coat on our body. We'll let this cure overnight. Then I need to mask off the band around the bottom, because that's going to stay silver. And then I've already got the sail and the B pillar is already masked, because those stay in the flat black. The rub rail has already been masked, because again it stays in the flat black. The inside of the engine bay there is covered up, because again the same reason. So we've got that basically ready to go. I did go ahead and paint the under the hood there and the window trim, because we're going to be painting this as a candy. We're going to be using the Kaleido Colorworks translucent green. So this is going to be a candy green finish. So having those black won't hurt anything, because they'll still show through black once we're done. So I've got that basically ready. So tomorrow I'll mask off the lower part that's going to stay silver, and then we'll get some color on there, and it's ought to be decent. Now, for this part, we want a little player participation. I have some options I want to throw past you guys for the wheels, because I'm not sure which way I want to go. Let me move this up a little bit and crank us down. For the wheels, you have obviously the 5-spoke star Pontiac wheels that would be stock on the kit, and those are good. I've got them in primer, so I just need to shoot, if I go this way, just need to shoot some chrome on those, and we'll be good to go. But I also have here a set of snowflakes, which I think would look really cool on it. I know they didn't come with snowflakes, but that's okay. I mean, it's my build. It didn't come in candy green either, so changing out the wheels is not a great big deal. But I also have these, and I think these came, I want to say these came out of one of my Ford kits as an aftermarket upgrade, or kind of for that kind of resto mod wheels for that. I got those, and I can source out some tires that'll fit it. The kit tires not even fit them. They're about the same diameter. Yeah, the kit tires would probably fit on those, so we could use those. I got those. If I go full resto mod, look, I have these, but these I'll have to alter the rear wheel hub and the strut tower in the back to fit these, because they're just too big. I do like these though as well, but those are probably not going to be there, because I have to do some modification I've got these. Again, I don't remember where most of these even came from, but they were parts of that. I think these might be Poos. These could be a Poos set. I don't remember. I've got those, and I've got the tires for them, so that's a possibility. And last but not least, I've got these. Again, these would be like 22s with the rubber band tires. I think those would look good on there as well. But I want to hear your feedback. Which ones would you do? Back to the stock wheels, the snowflakes, these kind of resto mod stars. I don't remember what kit those came from. These like 22-inch. What are they? 8-spoke, 10-spoke. There are these kind of 5-spoke swirly wheels. Which ones would you like to see me put on there? And we'll check it for a couple days and see what happens, and we may go with you guys' choice, or we may go with whatever I pick, depending on how that works out. But I want to give you guys options. And if I like your option, then we'll go that way, and if I don't, I'll go another way. But anyway, I'm waffling. I'm making this video a lot longer than it needs to be. So with that, I'm going to say good morning, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in the world when you watch this video, and we'll see you next time.